Our next guest created an app to make it easier for the deaf community to interact with those who do not know American Sign Language. Here to tell us more about this app developer and Apple Coding Challenge winner, Adrit Rao. Adrit, thank you so much for joining us here on Live in the Bay. Yes, so your app, Signer, this is an app that you created and has won awards.
Yeah.
I want to get into, first and foremost, what inspired you to create this app?
Yeah, sure. So I found out that over 400 million people around the world have a disabling hearing loss. And that statistic was really daunting to me. So I did some more research and I found out that there's a big communication barrier between the deaf and non-deaf communities. And so to solve that, I wanted to use my app development knowledge and also my knowledge in artificial intelligence to develop a tool for the deaf community so that they can more easily communicate with other people.
That is so incredible that you saw something that was a need and you addressed it with your own app. Now, you mentioned your artificial intelligence knowledge and app design creating. Where did you learn that skill set from?
Yeah, so I'm completely self-taught. My app development journey started when I was 12 years old, but I was first introduced to coding when I was 8 years old. And I'm fully self-taught, so during the COVID-19 pandemic quarantine time, I just used online resources to learn app development.
Really? So completely self-taught.
Yes.
You taught yourself coding and artificial intelligence. Oh my goodness, that is so impressive. So you then took those skills that you had, translated it into creating the Signer app.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about your app.
Yeah, so Signer's developed with Apple's Swift and Xcode, which is their platform for developing apps. And it's really great because I can see my app come to life right in front of me. And Signer uses Apple's core machine learning algorithms to classify sign language gestures from your camera. So if you are deaf and having a hard time communicating with non-deaf people, you can simply sign to your iPhone camera. It can convert that into speech, and hopefully communication can be better that way.
And what were some of the challenges in having to create? I'm no technology, person who's super good at that kind of stuff, so excuse me when it comes to the language, but for you, what were the challenges in having to create ways in order to where this app could recognize sign language and kind of translate it into people, like you said, who are not?
Yes, so the app is built on a machine learning algorithm, and machine learning basically learns from data and then can make predictions. So I had to go through the internet and find videos of sign language gestures and train this algorithm, and basically what the model can now do is classify gestures on your phone.
Wow, that is just so cool. I think that is just so cool and impressive. Now let's get a little bit deeper into the Apple Coding Challenge.
Sure.
Can you tell me about that experience?
Yeah, so annually Apple holds their Worldwide Developers Conference where they release their new software and their new iPhones and things like that. And they also hold a challenge for students who can develop apps in Swift, and they choose 350 students across the world who win scholarships to Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference. And I won that scholarship when I was 12 years old and also had the chance to meet the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, which is super amazing.
Wow, so at 12 years old, you won the scholarship.
Yes.
Congratulations to you on that. That is so amazing. What was that experience like when you realized, hey, I took home the big win?
Yeah, it was really amazing, and I felt really great because I'm fully self-taught. I really didn't think that I would be able to win it, but I think that you can learn anything on the internet nowadays, and I think kids can do a lot of great things.
And when it came to meeting Tim Cook, did he give you any advice? Anything you took away?
He was super supportive and told me that, you know, what I'm doing is really great with app development and Swift, so that was super amazing.
And what are some ways, because you said that was when you were 12, so now you're a little bit older, and you've been able to get more experience. What are some ways you have maybe improved the app since then?
Yeah, so I've been using a lot of online resources to learn, and yeah, Apple Swift and Xcode are really great tools for developing apps, and I think it's so amazing that just from a single computer, you can publish an app to people across the world. And I think that's how you can really make a difference, you know, because the main goal is to reach people. You know, like if you have a solution, it needs to be in the hands of people, and I think apps are a great way to do that.
Let's lean into that a little bit. Why is this so important to you to make a difference in millions of people's lives across the world, not just the country?
I've been really inspired by technology since a young age, and just seeing in news how technology is really solving problems is what really inspired me. And So on that, I learned about apps and how apps are really accessible to people, and that's kind of what sparked my interest in app development.
Well, I think that's so wonderful that you took your love for something and then created a way to help so many people. In your experience, Adrit, how can technology further help so many people around the world?
Yeah, I think technology can make a lot of impact, And like I said, apps and these technologies are really amazing because we can get technology into the hands of people who really need it. And yeah, to all the kids out there, I think that you can learn whatever you want, and I encourage kids to find solutions to real-world problems. And I think app development is a great way to do that.
Well, now that the app has won awards and is being used and so many people can access sign language and communication, what is next for you? What's the future hold? Is college in the future for you?
Yeah, so currently I'm a research intern at Stanford. Since I was 13, I've been working at Stanford researching ways in which we can use apps to solve healthcare problems.
What? I'm sorry, excuse me, since 13?
Yes. So for the future, I would just like to continue that. Actually, one of the apps I've developed at Stanford is in clinical trials. So it has the potential to make a real impact in healthcare, which I think is super exciting.
Adrit, is there one piece of advice you can provide other kids out there maybe who have a goal or a dream, but just maybe don't know how to execute it?
Yeah, so I would say that no matter how old you are, you can make a difference. And it doesn't matter how old you are because you can learn things on your own. And I think kids are really amazing nowadays. So,
yeah. And do you believe your app Signer has created a difference?
Yeah, I think it's created a difference. And I'm going to keep working on making the app better and reaching more people. But yeah, I'm super excited for that.
And when it comes to, I'm gonna bring it back real quick. When it came back to the coding challenge, did you meet other kids your age who were also doing big things in technology?
Yes, I did, which was really amazing. So 350 kids around the world, and I got to meet around 13 to 14 of them, which was super amazing. So there's so many kids out there who are making a difference using Apple's technologies and iPhones, which is super cool.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I am just so impressed by you, young man. So congrats on all of your success, especially with the Signer app. I think it's going to do amazing things and make a big difference in this world.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Congrats one more time.